My name's Pietro Tozzi. I'm second in maths at Gumley House School in Isleworth, London Borough of Hounslow. We were very successful delivering the modular course, the EdExcel Spec B, and there were certain changes that came in 2010 and again in 2012 as the modular courses became linear and you had to take the exams at the end. So we had to adapt to that. So I had to change the schemes of work and the assessment modules. And it's actually worked quite well, and our results actually went up last summer by 10%, which I was really proud of. And so I now need to be ready for these changes now in advance. First teaching 2015, first exam June 2017. The main change really is the contents. Some topics are going from higher tier into foundation, and there are some topics going from A level into higher tier. We've got a number of strategies that we're thinking, even at this stage, to get into place because you have to start quite early. One thing we're going to do is we're going to start teaching GCSE as a 3-year course rather than a 2-year course. So they're actually going to start the course in year 9. And that'll give more time to dovetail those topics into the scheme of work. What I don't want is just bolt them on at the end and kind of rush it through. We want to actually have it as an integrated program and bring them in bottom up so that by the time the students do the exam, they're ready for those changes. The topic area that I'm particularly interested in is the A-level topics, which are going to go into higher tier. Let's give an example of kinematics. If we're teaching a top set, higher tier, who are going to go on to do A-level, you could teach it the A-level way. You could actually derive those equations of motions by looking at a general velocity time graph, which is another new topic onto the syllabus, and really go to town with lots of algebra and proof. But if we're going to teach that to a non-top set, then you need to kind of have some way in which those formulas are embedded in their minds. And when we're doing things, even in year 8, like changing the subject of the formula, substitution, bring those equations into the lower school curriculum so that they see them, so that they're there. So I think it's not just the Key Stage 4 scheme of work that will need a bit of a revamp here with the new specs. We need to go back down and make sure that there's little touches of some of these topics and areas lower down in the school so they're familiar with them. I use a lot of YouTube to do lesson starters to actually show some of these things being used in everyday life. So for example, we could show some sort of thing to do with speed cameras to see who's going to get a fine and use equations of motion to solve a problem. Something like this, because it brings the everyday world into mathematics and mathematics into the everyday world. So you've got to be very creative, and that takes time. I always keep an open mind. I do look at other websites and other rewarding bodies and what they have to offer, and I still feel that the Pearson offer is still the best offer as far as I'm concerned. Pearson's role in all of this is to make the job easier for teachers and curriculum managers. People are going to be looking for support, for resources, for training opportunities, and above all, a way to share our issues with other people rather than thinking we're on our own.